Peace, peace, peace. Feel me? Positive energy always creates elevation. Let's start this off right. I'm feeling, I don't know, I'm feeling wavy. I don't know how to really describe it. It's, I don't know why it's a habit. It's like I'm channeling. When I'm trying to say, I don't know how I'm really describing it, I'm really describing that shit. Specific as fuck when I do that shit. I don't know why I always say that, but, it's force a habit. But yeah, something, I'm gonna just get straight to it, like, something pondered on me while I'm thinking about, I don't know why I was thinking about, I was reflecting, you feel me? It was wistful hours and shit. Niggas was just going to work. You be bored, like you really feel like you on autopilot at work and shit. So it's like you just get to thinking. But I had stumbled upon one of my thoughts, and I just focused in, zoomed in on it when it had passed, and I'm just like, I forgot exactly what it was that made me hone in, but it was something along the lines of, having to deal with, I don't know, something connected me to the point that I'm trying to make, that I'm about to say. So basically, right, people, we always, like, people, for example, I'm saying for example, if I even say the point, my point is that people often, like, they say, we all heard the phrase, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, yada yada. We heard that phrase before, but we don't really internalize it how I'm internalizing it right now. Like, if you the audience, right, and you left with the choice, you feel me? Like, you have control over how beautiful something is, because your perspective is literally what's shaping your reality, right? So you are the, and this is like something that you might see in reality. You and a person could be looking at the same thing, but obviously y'all could be seeing two different things. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just fact. Because quantum physics, when you study quantum physics, it tells us that nothing is objective from the observer. Feel me? Meaning that nothing that you observe can be truly objectified, if that makes sense. You can't take yourself out up to in a 100% objective standpoint, because it's always going to be, flawed with your influence. It's always going to be polluted with your influence by what you observing. Feel me? Only the highest level of intellect could sit there and observe something. Well, just observe. Don't even think. Just observe it. Like, how many of y'all do that? Just observe something and just don't think it. Don't think at all. Just observing it. You feel what I'm saying? And then even when you just observing it, the afterthought from what you just observed, now comes the deduction, and your whole, you feel me, that whole thing get polluted. But I said all that just to, you feel me? That's probably, that's a couple shit, a lot, everybody not ready to hear. But I said all that just to say, I see a lot of people, they're like, oh, reality is, it's not good right now. The state of the world, the state of everything, like the state that they in themselves, the state of their environment, it's just not good right now. It's not good right now for them, you feel me? And it's just not going well. So they be like, I just miss the times when I could just be in the old me. What's up, Snoop? Love you too. I just miss the times. I miss the old me. That's what they be like. They be like, I miss the old me. And I be like, you feel me? From that perspective, it's flawed, right? Because it wasn't that you missed the old you, right? You missed the purity of heart that the old you had when on this outlook of the world. As a child, when you come to the world, you don't see reality for what it is, right? You truly are a sponge. You soak up reality, as a whole, impartially, right? But you're not able to process the morality and the good and bad of it, right? Everything is just, everything is just everything. So when you're looking at it from such a pure heart, right, that's where trauma comes in. Your first trauma hit you as a child. It happened to everybody. That's when reality first hit you. When you realize the world started getting fucked up, it started to fuck up your vision up. It started to fuck up the beauty that you seen in the world. You feel me? Because it ain't separate from you. You created the beauty that you seen in the world. You seen it. You seen a butterfly flying on you, and you playing at the park, and you said, "Oh, that's beautiful." It was beauty in that to you, until you get older. You know, yada yada. People put the influence. Bugs is biting you, and so you like, I can't fuck with bugs no more. You feel me? When you come to the world as a child, when you hold such a perspective, such an untainted, like unpolluted perspective, it's just, it's pure waters. So everything is gonna be beautiful to you. It's not. So I'm saying that just to say, and this is the main point I was trying to get to, right? Like, you can get it all back. You can get it all back. The beauty that you seen, the purity of heart that you had when you was looking at the world as a child, before the trauma came, you can get it all back. You literally just have to choose to see it. Like, and I'm not saying like just be optimistic, like just be, naive to reality. I can acknowledge what's going on around me, but still choose to hone in. Just like I honed in on a thought that got me to this conversation with y'all, I could still choose to hone in on something I found to be beautiful. Or even if it's something I find to be ugly, I could still find beauty in the purity of its ugliness, like, and sincerity. Like, it's something I might find to be, disgusting. But it's like for a mouse, for example, like, you don't find those things to be like, you feel me? It's not cute to you, or it might be cute to some people, but that's just further proving the point. But you see a mouse or something, like, it may be disgusting, right? But it's genuine. Like, it's living in this natural state. It's a beauty in that I could respect. Like, seeing I don't know, bro. But when you get to a high level of thought like that, you could just choose it. Like, you don't have to. You can get the beauty that you had back in your old self. You don't need to. The world doesn't have to get better for you to choose what's good in it. It's always going to be something bad in the world. It's always going to be something that you find bad, because good and bad, they exist on the same spectrum. It's all about maintaining the middle way, right? It's what you choose to give your energy to. That's, choosing what frequency you aligning on yourself to on the spectrum. If I choose to see the beauty in life, I'm going to see beauty everywhere I look. I'm going to see beauty in nature. I'm going to see beauty in my dog, my family, myself, most importantly for me, because it's radiated from within. I'm going to see the beauty in everything. I see the beauty in people that don't even see the beauty in themselves. They think they chop. But I'm just saying, like, shit like that, bro. Like, shit like that. It start from yourself. Everything come from here first. It starts from the core and it spread outward. You can get it all back, bro. That's just, the simplest way I could put it. You can get it all back. You can choose to behold the beauty of the world, or you could choose to behold the atrocities of the world. The same. It's whatever you giving your energy to. And this is not me saying that you should ignore or be ignorant to what's going on around you, because you very much should not. Because there's shit going on that you need to be, wary and alert of, because that shit that could disturb your peace. But I'm saying that, and the fact that you don't need to harbor, all these atrocities and have the world on your shoulders. It's okay to just let the world be the world sometimes. Like, it start with you. You just gotta be you, right? You just gotta be the purest version of yourself that you know at that given moment in time. Because you're gonna be another pure version of yourself in the next minute. If you living in your truth and you living, your genuine self, you're gonna be a next, higher level of yourself, or you should be. I'm not saying what you are, what you're not. You should be at a higher level of yourself the next moment. Feel what I'm saying? Like, you can get it all back. I was just thinking about this shit at work. I couldn't even make the vid at the time, because, you feel me, I'm at work and shit. But yeah, it's like, get it all back. Like, I could choose to, be on some shit where, and that's where I used to be. I used to ask myself, I miss the old. I used to be like, I miss the old X too. I used to be like, I miss the old X. You know, the nigga, he just had so much fun. He's so carefree. Like he was just living life for real. And then but where I'm at right now, like it's like I'm doing the same shit the old X was doing. But even from a high level of, state of being, I could really see, like, from both levels of myself, all levels of myself that I have been to so far, from what was rock bottom at the time for me to now where I'm at my peak, where I feel like I'm in my prime. Like, I could have chose it a long time ago. I just couldn't see it. My eyes were so shut, closed, because I didn't want to look at the world no more, because the world was such a disgusting place, because all I had in my head was the atrocities, that was put onto me or that I seen. I didn't see the beauty that was all around me that I failed to see every day, that I appreciate now, that I'm being grateful for, because I didn't see the beauty in myself at the time. I really didn't give a fuck about shit. I'm gonna be real. I really didn't give a fuck about shit. So I didn't give a fuck about the beauty of the world. I didn't give a fuck about the beauty of myself. It started with you. It all started with you. That's why I'm trying to, you feel me? That's why I be trying to get y'all to understand. It's not, oh, I miss the old, such and such. It's, what you're doing is, you're not being present. Because your old self, right? Because you spend the time chasing your old self. It's because you spending so much time looking back instead of creating, right, in the future, looking forward and creating in the present right now. I'm not gonna say in the future. Instead of creating in the present, you actually creating an endless loop of where you in the present being stagnant, because you looking back at what you used to be, when you can be the same, if not better, in that moment. If you just created, you feel me? If you took action and precise initiative in that present moment, your future will look the same, if not better than, your past. It don't matter where you came from, how you got there. You feel what I'm saying? You could still achieve. You feel me? And this, I took the quote deeply. I took it to another level in this vid. Because beauty is truly in the eyes of the beholder. Like, you could choose to see the beauty in something, or you could choose to see, you feel me, the ugliness in it. And that's just the honest truth. Me and you could stare at the same painting and look at it, right? And I could tell you I seen just such wonders in the painting, right? And you could tell me you ain't see shit. You just seeing like what's regularly there. And then, slowly as I begin to convey what I'm seeing to you, the world start to open up to you, and you start to see. You ever looking at something? You like, yo, bro, you see that? You see that right there? And then they like, nah, I don't see it, bro. I don't see what you seeing. And they slowly get to talking and convincing, and then you convincing that you seeing. Like, you start to really open up and see, like, what they saying. Like, you start to really see what they was seeing. Because they done convinced you of a vision, that it was there the whole time, but you just couldn't see it because you wasn't looking for it. You wasn't looking for it. It's the same thing. Because you're not tuned into the frequency of what's truly beautiful, you're not looking for it. So you're not never going to see it. All you're going to see is what you tuned into. What you tuned into is straight drama, bullshit, and a bunch of fuckery. So you're not picking up on what's around you. You're not being grateful for the beauty that's around you, because you're not even able to see it. It's all around you, but you can't see it. It's all around you, but you can't see it. And when you reach that state where you just such in tune with everything around you, and you so in tune with this, you just find beauty in its natural state, like just being out in nature. You start to ground yourself more and take and stop taking shit for granted. That's been here the whole time, but you just ain't notice it. And the best part about it is, that the spirit realm, they gonna always accept you back. Nature gonna always accept you with open arms. It's gonna always be there for when it's your time. It's gonna always be there. Shit like that, it's gonna always be there. I'm not saying family, loved ones, but real ones gonna always be there when it's time for you to return to them. When you to return, you could. Yo, the funny part, bro? I done been walking past these trees, probably like, and these same trees, right? These same trees. I'm being so dead ass. Just not, y'all might laugh for some funny shit, but I'm being so serious. I done walked past these trees for I can't even tell you how many years. Probably like 4 years, bro. 4 or 5 years straight. walking past these same trees, and I never ever stopped and just was like, yo, these trees is beautiful or some shit. Or like, you feel me? Let me just sit by this tree right quick while I got some heavy shit on my mind. Let me just sit by this tree and, just alleviate some pressure from my head right quick. I never once just sat there. I was doing it subconsciously because I was out here making videos with y'all. But I never was like, no, this was actually before I was making videos with y'all. But I was doing it. I was just in my head overthinking. I was just sitting there doing it. But I was never thinking like, as this tree helped me uplift my burdens into the sky. Like, I was never aware and conscious of the shit that was around me. But I walked past it every day for like 4 or 5 years. I walked past it every day, and I never understood, the true beauty and genuine. Like, this tree been shading me from how many days it done shaded me. I done sat in that tree, it done shaded me from the sun beaming in my eye, or then, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and I never even knew. I never even cared to appreciate or even seen it. But I see it now because I'm attuned into that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that just proved my point. I just been walking past this shit for damn near 5 years, and I never took the time like, yo, let me just sit by this tree real quick. This shit deadass getting me right. It deadass make me feel better too, but I deadass ain't. You feel me? I didn't know. I didn't know at the time. Well, on some real shit though, like, it really all start with you. You really create your reality. You co-create your reality with the universe. I can't make this shit up. You notice all this shit around you. Like, it's there, but it's not there because it's not in your world. Because you're not co-creating with it. You trying to backdoor and go around the process. When you need to be getting in tune with everything first, and co-creating alongside it instead of trying to go against the grain. You going against the grain because you trying to go backwards. It ain't no old you no more, right? It ain't no old you. Because if it was the old you wouldn't be saying it was the old you. It would be the you now. It ain't no old you. It's gone. I spent like 2 years trying to go back and maintain the old me when the old me was been gone for 2 years, and I didn't. You feel me? Once I realized it was gone, I still was trying to fabricate a version of what I knew because it was comfortable and it worked. But it wasn't me no more. I had to face the fact that, I don't know who I am right now, and I just had to be somebody, and I don't know who I want to be. You feel me? It's okay to not know who you want to be too. But as long as you trying to figure it out. Don't just be like, I don't know who I want to be, and then don't give a fuck about, you feel me, who you becoming or who you are right now. It all starts with these 3 questions. Who you were, who are you right now, and who you want to be. It all starts with those 3 questions. Once you ask yourself those 3 questions, bada bing, bada boom, now your mind is thinking, and now you begin to create a version of yourself that you want to be, and you begin to identify what was you and what wasn't you from the jump. A lot of the shit that happened to us was not us. It was trauma, and it was a lot of shit, our experience has shaped us, but it was not us, so to speak. We lived in those moments, we experienced those moments, but we took it with us, but it's baggage. You feel me? It's time to drop your weights. And it's just time to be free. It's time to be you to the fullest extent. It's time to just fly. That shit just turned into something way different than it was, but it was some deep shit. I feel like it needed to be said. So it just, you feel me, that just go to show. I really be feeling light after these vids. I swear, the gods be talking to me. They be talking to y'all through me. Like, it really feels like I'm pulling this from like the deep web of my consciousness. Like, I swear, I can't. It's not no fumbling going on. It's like I'm giving you precise as understanding of you. That's really all it is. Really and truly, but you feel me? I didn't even plan for this vid to be that long neither. But it just happened. I didn't want to say that though. For me, I had to get that off my chest before, a new day come and I just become a whole new different person, and I just forgot. Not a whole new different person, but y'all know what I mean. Like, new day come, I done slept the thoughts off, I done slept everything off, and then, I'm back to, I done left this in the vault. This done been in the vault. Probably come up way long another time, but yeah, man. Not that. I really love y'all, bro. That's coming from the heart. Like, that's some real shit. I'm being so serious when I say that. Where's Snoop, bro? Where's my dog at? Snoop! Snoopy! Oh, that was you? She be blending in, bro. She be blending in. I don't even be knowing that's her. I don't even be knowing that's her, man, bro. My shit said, this is literally the night after. Or you could say, yeah, it's the night after I recorded the other video. So it's not really much to update y'all on my head, but I'm gonna keep doing that. But yeah, man, it's just, yo, somebody lock me out. You lying, bro? You lying, bro? You not that ass. Ain't no way niggas lock me out. Now I gotta hop the gate on some shit. Ah, man. It's one of them ones. Feel me? One of them ones. Out here, though. Damn. But yeah, man. I really love y'all for real, for real. I'm just hoping we all win, feel me? That's what I'm doing this for. I'm just hoping we all win. So, man, I don't want nobody thinking I'm looking down on them in these vids. I'm really trying to uplift you. Not saying that I'm on the level which is higher than the level that you on right now. Just saying that some shit that you might need to hear that you ain't hear before in the way that I, said it. For you to process the understanding that's going on. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. And may this night bring you peace. Hopefully, y'all pray for me and manifest for me to get in this crib, man. Because I really don't know how I'm getting on. Everybody in my crib is asleep right now. Ah, man, that's tough, bro. I know I'm going to get in here, for me, but it's just a matter of when I'm going to get in here. Like, this shit might take forever, but I love y'all, though. Like, something like that. I'm out. Peace.